Welcome back, realvacantland.com. This is Luke Smith. I've got another property for you. This one is in Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm calling it $250,000 to $375,000 a year annual rent goes here, and you can get that kind of rent by building one of these. This is a Wawa, and Wawa is a store that's big in Florida and New Jersey, Pennsylvania area. I see them for sale in Jersey, Pennsylvania area, and Florida. I'm not sure if they're in other areas. I think they're up and down the East Coast, but that's where I see these things. And I like them because they got a single roof, and so you can do a lease, you can do an agreement with somebody who wants to run the business, and you can say, okay, if I build it for you, you'll rent it for, they've got corporate backing, and they're generally signing 20-year terms for the leases that they're doing. And out of the ones that I can find and get the numbers on, the low end is 250 grand and the high end ones are 375 grand. So anywhere in there are nice numbers. You start talking about 5 to 10, maybe $11 million kinds of sale prices in today's markets. You can sell these things for after you sign the lease and do it. And a lot of the ones that are up for sale it's a picture of a cartoon of what's being built, and rent's going to start being paid later on someday when the thing's actually built. That's what a lot of the ones on the market are. So if you're a developer, you can probably sell these things before they're even all the way built, right? Okay, so this particular property, let's jump into the website. This particular property I've got on realvacantland.com. My phone number, name and number and stuff's on there. If you hit the link in the description of this video, it'll take you back to the website, and then you can see the details. I'm asking $325,000 for this property. It's 1.25 acres. It's in Duval County, Florida. It's in the northeastern part of Jacksonville, Florida. I got some general, pictures, diagrams. It's this big chunk of land here on this busy street. And so we got a bunch of traffic. It's a 4-laner. There's a cross. There's a median thing in the middle here. You can, it's where the cops like to sit and gun you as you're flying through here, right? Or you can use it to turn through and go into Wawa or whatever's built on this property. So here's a shot of the property over here and our sign out there. And, yeah, so here's some views. Here's the shape of the property, and it's a good chunk of street frontage, and you could get your access from there and drive in and go build your buildings. Pretty flat, dry, solid looking ground to go for it. Okay, so there's the diagrams. You can see those on the website. I've made some videos about this one in the past. I was thinking O'Reilly's goes here. I was thinking Dollar General goes here, but somebody pointed out there's a Dollar General up the street. And I'm like, maybe it's Family Dollar then. There's a Family Dollar a couple blocks away too. So looking at this one, there's no Wawa. So we're looking at it, and you could put a Wawa here. So I'm looking at it for a Wawa. So here's the map. Here's a gas station next door. Of course, there's a gas station here. There's a bunch of traffic. There's a freeway that goes by. Freeway, highway, intersection, bam. That's where people get gas, right? And so they get gas and all kinds of other things. So here's a property you could get gas on. And, well, let's zoom out some more. So here's Jacksonville, Florida, right behind me. And then if you're headed this direction out of town, that's where you go. That's where it's all at, right there, right where the property is. Okay, so then I went and I pulled up traffic. So the traffic on this particular property right out front is 20,500 cars a day. I'm looking at a couple screens here. 20,500 cars a day out front. I looked at demographics. Here's our listing on the markets. I think we've got it on here. Yeah. So I looked at demographics. Within 5 miles, there's 88,700 people. Within 3 miles, there's 33,500 people. And I was trying to line that up to other properties, other Wawa properties. So I modeled out a whole bunch of every Wawa property I could find in the marketplace. And I spreadsheet them all out, and I get their demographics, and their traffic, and their prices, and their numbers, and compare and contrast, and where do we line up, right? Trying to rank it and see. And I did a whole bunch of other different restaurants and shops and things that don't seem to make as much sense here as Wawa. That's why I'm making the video about Wawa and telling you about Wawa. So I found this one particular one. Well, first, I'll get to the one in a second. First, I found this Wawa. So this Wawa is down the road. So we're right here. We're at the 295, you know, the beltway that goes around Jacksonville, Florida. And then the Kings Road, the 23. So we're on the 23 and the beltway. So you don't want to be on the 295 because you can't, it's a freeway. You can't drive into the restaurant, a gas station or whatever. So right off the exit is where we're at, right? And so the closest Wawa that is to here, because you don't want to compete with yourself, is 5.5 miles away. It's 10 minutes from here. So this is like a different bunch of people that get gas here. I mean, I don't think you're going to be like, oh, there's no Wawa here. I'm driving up here. Or what, you know what I mean? Like, it's a convenience store. People driving by right out front are the ones that matter. And so I just messed up the maps, but this is the property. Okay, so I went and I looked up this property. This Wawa had no, I wrote it down, but it was like 16 or 17,000 cars a day. I forget the exact number, but it's less traffic than the location that we're looking at. And there's already a Wawa here. So this Wawa, they built on less traffic than this location we're at. Yeah, they got a corner location. They got the liquor store across the street. We don't have a liquor store across the street, but they got the liquor store. Wawa sells that kind of stuff, you know? So even with some competition around the area, yeah, this Wawa, I don't know how old this one is. And if we flip it over to, I was going to say, you know, we can see it here. Oh, it's brand new. So the satellite, you can't even see that it's built yet. Got Advanced Auto Parts, went in right next door. If I went and looked it up, I could probably figure out when it's open. But Google says it's open. Like ours right now, it's open, right? So from whenever this picture was taken, the satellite picture to when Google's going, it's open. They built this thing and they're going. So look, they even still got some construction going. They still got the tape, the like warning tape. They're like just starting, just getting it open. Oh, here's it under construction. There's the Wawa. So they just built this Wawa down the street. People are building these things in the area. Okay, so I don't have the numbers on this one, how much rent they're paying, because they haven't. I can only get it on so many properties, right? So I did get it on this one. So this one's been on the market 77 days. That's a pretty good time, actually. I just put it on the market in March. A lot of these I start databasing and they sell before I like get done databasing them. For whatever reason, this one that I pulled up didn't sell that fast. They're asking $6.5 million for this one that I got in the background. Why this one out of all the other ones that are out there is because they got the same 5-mile population. They've got almost the same 3-mile population. They've got a little bit more on the 1-mile population than we do. And they've got a little bit more on the traffic than we do. But basically, it's the same thing. You could take this and build it on this property that I've got for sale, and you could go market the thing for, I mean, they're marketing it for $6.5 million. The net operating income on this one in the background, this is like at the lower end one, is $258,000. Yeah, they did a lease of $258,000 a year, and it probably hasn't sold yet because they're asking for a 4% cap rate. If they were getting closer to 6, I think the thing would be gone. In the upper 5s, it'd be gone. These are gas stations. I just got a report from Crexy. I think it was it was Friday of last week, I believe. I spent a couple hours reading that thing and going through and comparing and contrast. And they talk about the statistics of what people are searching for on Crexy. Crexy is a commercial real estate website, and they specialize in data, like accurate data, making it easy to look at data. And so data is right up my angle, right? I love data and real estate, and they do it with commercial real estate, and it's very accessible, unlike some other websites that are out there. They charge money, but not as much as other ones, and they're more new age California technology style instead of the other ones that are New York and charge you 5 times as much and aren't as easy to use. If you know commercial real estate stuff, you probably know which software I'm talking about. Okay, so this one that I had in the background, let's pull it back up. Yeah, so what I was saying with that report that I was, I went off on a tangent. That report that I was reading, it was talking about the most searched for commercial real estate assets and what has changed a lot. And when COVID happened, people started searching for, they started searching for all kinds of real estate stuff. Everything's up. But some of the stuff that was up like crazy and has lots of volume, lots of searches, lots of time being spent trying to get it figured out are gas stations and convenience stores. I don't know if it's people want to go start their own 7-Eleven or something, but people are shopping gas stations, and the amount of gas station transactions has been off the hook. And I'm postulating, I don't know exactly why, but the gas prices have been up crazy too, right? And so gas stations usually charge a percentage. And I'm thinking, and I'm guessing, if the gas prices are up, the percentage that they charge is probably about the same, but they're making a lot more money because it's bigger dollars that are going through the till that they're charging their percentage on, right? So maybe that's part of it. Maybe the revenue stream from that business allows these people, the operators, and everybody in the business, to go look for more and try to expand and grow. Maybe that's why more of these gas stations are being built, and this brand gas station in this area is being built. So enough of that kind of rambling. Let's go back to the property. Let's think about this Wawa idea, and let me refocus it. I wanted to take a let me do this. I wanted to take a picture of other Wawas and put it on here to show you how it fits the shape. Maybe I'll do that in future videos. But it looks like it just works. You got a little entrance here. You got an entrance here. You could use either one of these entrances. Maybe use both, and lay out your Wawa. Have the store and the gas stations out front. People can come and go. They can cross the place, and make it happen. So what you have to do is, buy the property and go negotiate with the Wawa developers. Say, hey, come develop this one. I'll pay you. And or operators, come do a lease here. It's a chicken or the egg. So you get the land and go tell them you got the land. You could put the Wawa here, or you could start negotiating with them and then go buy the land for me too. So whichever way you want to do it. Asking $325,000 for the property. Lots of the ones I modeled out, I mean, that's lower than any of the ones I found of how much the people paid in recently built Wawa locations. A lot of them are $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million. They're ripping down something else and putting the Wawa in there. They're ripping down like a, Bob Evans or something, right? Or so Marie Callender, some restaurant that didn't make it through pandemic that serves like elderly people that don't leave the house. I don't know. I got to watch what I say. But a lot of those places that shut down, they're just, they're not coming back. And so these kinds of places took them over, but you don't have to take out the old building. And this one, it's already there. It's just vacant. It's ready to go. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. Give me a call. Give me a jingle. Say, Luke, I want that Wawa property in Florida. Let's figure out a deal. Let's make it happen. Go through the title guys and get it into your name and get it built and go collect that rent. Like if you've got the money to pull it off and you can make the phone calls to pull it off. I mean, it's probably $300,000 you could charge in rent. Net, triple net. You can have the people operating it, they're renting it from you, pay for the roof, they can pay for the landscaping, they pay for the parking lot, they pay for everything. You just build it and they just pay. What a sweet cash flow that would be in today's markets or any markets. Hopefully you like those kinds of things too. And this property is one of the tools you can use to get some of that. See you in the next one. Bye.